Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Angus and today we are going to watch the official teaser trailer for the Lord of the Rings show, The Rings of Power. Yes, when I woke up this morning I stumbled upon this, the official teaser trailer for the Amazon Prime show Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power is out now, and I have to say, ever since this show was announced, I was very intrigued, but also very skeptical about this. I am a massive fan of the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I'm also a big fan of the Hobbit trilogy, despite its flaws. And yeah, I thought, okay, this is going to be interesting, mainly because, yeah, are they going to get it? Are they going to get it right? Because it is a very dangerous thing to do. I mean, there is no problem about the budget. I know they have a massive budget. I mean, it's Amazon, of course, and I don't know how much they have, about, $500 million, I think? At least a few hundred million, that is for sure, and but that's not the problem, really. I mean, there are many movies out there who are very expensive, who cost upwards of $100 million, euros, whatever. And in the end, they are, yeah, you can look at them. They are very pretty. They have nice special effects, but overall, it's just a very boring movie. And therefore, yeah, money is not really the problem. The problem is mainly getting, the locations right, getting the characters right, getting the feeling right of all of it, Middle Earth. Yeah, and are they going to do this? This was always the lingering question above all of this, and therefore I was very skeptical. I mean, they were clever enough to not take anything close to what we've seen already, The Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit. This is all later on, Third Age, and I think the show is going to be Second Age. At least we can say earlier, 1,000 years earlier probably, so there's no danger of competing directly with Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, but of course they are going to compete directly, but not location-wise, character-wise, etc. But because of that, there's also room for building a new story, building new characters, building something different just, and do your own thing, which is both a pro and a con. Depends on how they do this, depends on how they execute it. But in the end, they have to get everything right. They have to get everyone on board. The fans of the books, the fans of the movies, and the fans, the casual fans just. They have to get everyone on board, because if this fails, then it will not only burn a lot of money, it will also probably prevent others to follow through. So there is a lot riding on this, at least from my point of view. And yeah, now the first trailer, the first real teaser trailer is here. It's 1 minute long, so not much there. Of course, it's a teaser. What else would you expect? But yeah, I'm very, very intrigued to finally get to see, some things in the show, what is going to be in it. And yeah, therefore I would say, let's not waste any more time. Let's just jump right into the trailer.
Haven't you ever wondered what else is out there? There's wonders in this world beyond our wandering. I can feel it.
Well, Okay, well, I guess that was probably the most boring reaction in itself that I could imagine. Sorry about that. But, I mean, yeah, it's 1 minute. There is not much room to talk, while I'm watching it. I can only talk about, the overall feel that I got from this after I watched it. And, yeah, I have to say, I am still very, very skeptical about this. I mean, Obviously, it is just a teaser trailer. They chose a completely different time. They have characters nobody of us knows yet. And therefore, it is not really easy to make any connection or to say, you know, oh, that feels good or right or whatever. And it will only be when we finally get to see the whole show that we can say if that really is Middle-earth, Lord of the Rings style or not. But from this trailer alone, I have to say, yeah, that's not really something where I was saying, man, that makes me excited for this. This is Middle-earth or whatever it is. You know, it's mainly standard fantasy stuff that could be anything, to be quite honest. Apart from a few shots of the dwarf, you know, the look of the dwarf, then maybe this last shot of this guy in battle because of the armor, and this one elven guy because he also looks very very Lord of the Rings, very Middle-earth as we know it, kind of like. But apart from that, oh yeah, and the Grey Heavens at the beginning. I guess these are the Grey Heavens because they look like it, at least. But apart from that, there are not many things where I could say, okay, this is playing in Middle-earth. This is a setting in Middle-earth, and we are going to see stuff in there. So yeah, in that regard, I'm not really thrilled, to be quite honest. Only thing I can say is that it is nothing that, you know, takes away my doubts and my skepticism about all of this. It, if anything, it makes it stronger, but it's nothing where it will completely deflate me in terms of looking forward to finally get to watch the show. I am definitely going to watch the show from the beginning, 2nd September. So yeah, looking forward to this. One other thing that is a little bit of worrying to me is it looks very, very smooth. You know, it looks too smooth for my liking. I mean, that is one thing that I did not like about the Hobbit trilogy, that it looked too smooth, you know, too much soft filter basically, and not enough roughness. So yeah, would be a shame if they do the same here, because it looks pretty it sounds stupid, but it looks pretty fake. You know, it's the thing about Lord of the Rings was it looked rough, it looked real, in a sense, you know. And the Hobbit trilogy was a little bit too soft in that regard. Therefore, yeah, taking away the realness and making it look very, very, very fantasy, very unreal. I would have liked the show to not be like this, but yeah, it seems to be not the case. Also, that one big CGI monster. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with big CGI monsters. We had them in all movies, in all Lord of the Rings movies, in all of the Hobbit movies, and it's pretty basically in every other movie. But yeah, I would like them to do more with practical things. That was also a thing in the Hobbit trilogy. There were a lot of times when the orcs and the creatures were CGI. Of course, a lot of times it was necessary, but there were a few times where I thought it wasn't necessary really, or it wasn't necessary to be that kind of extreme with it. So yeah, would be nice to have more practical effects in that regard in this show. But as I said, it's a teaser trailer. They've shown probably 0.01% of what is in the show, and therefore, yeah, I'm not going to come to conclusions, but I'm just going off from what the trailer gives me. And therefore, yeah, these are things that I'm pretty skeptical about here. Yeah, but apart from that, as I said, pretty standard fantasy stuff, from my point of view at least, and therefore nothing that hypes me up too much, but nothing that turns me off either. So yeah, that was the first trailer. Let's see what we are going to see in the coming months up until the release. Yeah, probably a few more trailers, then we can say more. But yeah, that was the first trailer for the Rings of Power. 2nd September is the date. That is the date when the show will come out. That is the day I'm going to start the show, and yeah, I am looking forward to that. But yeah, that was my reaction to the teaser trailer of The Rings of Power. I hope you liked it, of course. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up, you know, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. Also, if you like, follow me on Twitter. Link is in the description, and apart from that, I can only say have a nice day, stay safe, and I see you in the next video.